So we're here at Backstage Equipment, and I mean, this place has everything when it comes to solving all the problems when you're making movies. And one of the big things is moving all this gear around. And so this is a very simple version. I mean, this is just a little dolly that you can break down. You can check it, and then it'll actually break out, and you can use it, form it into some kind of cart that you can pull stuff around. Now, there's a lot of different versions. Here's one that really has a lot of equipment. So you can have your computer up here. You can have a lot of other pieces here, and this is kind of a little bit more delicate. If we move down here, what you'll see is this is a cart. Now, again, remember, this cart can break down. Maybe not quite as small as this, but the wheels come off. You can pull all these pieces out and break it all down, throw it in your car, throw it in your truck, whatever you're going to do, put it back together, and you can even have, here's a stud. Here's a standard stud here, so you can put lights on it or whatever you want. And so, you got nice, good handles here, and the reason you need those a lot of times is to go up over stuff and so on and so forth. They're really built for production. Here you can see one. This one's really built for a laptop. You can see it in use over here. So here you can see your laptop kind of being held in control here. And each one of these allows you to actually customize it for whatever you need. And so no matter how you need to put your equipment together for your video village, and whatever you need to display, sound equipment, all those things, this is a great solution or a great thing to look at. And they've got a great little catalog. You can see they give you lots of ideas of the kind of things you can do. So definitely check it out. It's called Backstage Equipment. So we're here at American Grip, and you would not believe the number of ways you can attach something to something else until you come to a place like American Grip. So what you have here is a lot of different solutions for a lot of different problems. So one of the things is that no matter what you're doing in filmmaking, you got to find different ways of getting, whether it's lights or flags or all kinds of other things attached and stable. And so here you have a couple solutions here. This one's for if you got foam core or wood or something like that you need to kind of hang on to. This kind of gently grab onto that. You also have solutions that, of course, you can screw this in, and then now you're going to have a stud exactly where you need it. And so, you got some big gnarly ones like that. But come over here. You'll see another couple pieces here. So here you have, and we're going to talk a lot about this in one of our upcoming shows that we're going to talk about all the details related to this in an upcoming show. But just to give you an idea, so a lot of these clamps, what they're going to allow you to do is, of course, grids are very important within a lot of the stuff that we do, where you have a grid over top, and you're simply attaching everything to it. And so these are a whole bunch of different solutions that allow you to do that effectively. Now, you might put a crossbar here like this, or you might build a grid. And, of course, there's all the support systems. So these are going to hold your filters and your flags, and then you have, you have a variety of different stands, and these stands can be as small as this and as big as this one here. So a lot of different solutions, and this is, again, the kind of stuff you're going to see here at CineGear because, along with once you have all the cameras and all the lights, you're going to have to put them on something, and that's what they do here at American Grip. So I have to admit, when I actually got started, I started shooting. I'd see matte boxes, and I'd be like, I don't know what I need a matte box for. And sometimes when I had when you had the barn doors on, I kind of saw that it's nice to be able to kill the sun, and so I don't get any lens reflections. That's kind of nice. But still, like matte box and putting filters in, I really thought that was kind of a thing of the past. Well, I was wrong. The thing is that these matte boxes and being able to add these filters into these, what you have here are these, you can actually insert filters into these little adjustments. Now, you're probably wondering why. I mean, a lot of times we do a lot of this in post. But the problem is that a lot of times our video camera just has a very thin gamut that it can actually handle. So it peaks out and the sky blows out and everything is still in shade in the foreground. And so sometimes you want to, in an analog sort of way, in front of the lens, fix that and actually pull that together. And so what you can do is use stuff like, so what you can see here is this is a an ND blended. This is a great example of something that you would use. And what it does is it's just a gradient that goes from the top to the bottom. And when you stick it in here by moving it up and down, and some of these matte boxes will have some of them are going to have a little crank that you can move up. Some of them you're going to pull up and down and simply tighten it, and then you can also turn them to figure out where you want to go. Now, why would you need that? So imagine having a horizon of something that you're shooting and being able to move that gradient up and down to darken the sky while you leave the foreground at the same level. And so what that's doing is it's essentially reducing the contrast of the shot. these are all the little things that get added to big feature films, and you're wondering, why doesn't my shot look like that? Well, things like silks over top people's head, things like reducing the contrast using a filter. These are all the little things that DPs are adding that you don't usually know about, and that's why I wanted to show it to you. So this is a great example. This is called the Filter Gallery, and these guys sell a lot of these, and you know, they're not cheap. I mean, if you get good ones, these aren't inexpensive. A lot of them can be as like $500 for one piece of glass, and that's because you're putting this right in front of what you're actually shooting, and so the optics have to be spot on. But you can rent them, and that's really what you usually do when you do this. You rent the matte box, you rent the filters, you throw it on the front of the camera. So definitely check it out. This is Filter Gallery, and you can find them in a lot of different places all over the net. Lee's Filters is another good example, so definitely check it out. So we're here at Rose Brand, and we're talking about fabrics. Fabrics, I don't know how this is part of movies. Well, everywhere. I mean, all the stuff when you're doing movies has some kind of fabric in there, whether it's now here's some semi-transparent fabric that you might use to as a silk. Here you can see it here, and it's and here's a little bit more brittle. Here are black fabrics. We use a lot of this, and so this duvetine that we have a lot of that in the office. That's how you kind of black stuff out or create some black here. And one of the things that Rose Brand is actually really well known for is really, really good jet black curtains. So if you want to do kind of a Charlie Rose kind of thing, this is the company that makes that kind of curtain that you absolutely have to use for that kind of piece. But it can be a wide range. The semi-transparents, here you can have some stuff that you're going to kind of partially filter. Here's some green screen spandex. You know, a whole variety of these things. So I know it sounds like an obscure thing to talk about in filmmaking, but it really is an integral part of the entire filmmaking product. And once again, this is called Rose Brand.